I never imagined that love could hurt this much. When I first met Ian, he felt like everything I had ever prayed for. Charming, gentle, kind. The kind of man who knew exactly what to say to make you feel special. I was working at a marketing firm in Karachi back then, buried in deadlines and late-night presentations. My world was small. Just work, home, and dreams. And then he walked in one day. The new project manager everyone couldn't stop talking about. The first time he spoke to me, I remember, my heart skipped a beat. His smile had that quiet confidence, and his words carried warmth. He made me laugh. During our first team meeting, something I hadn't done in a long time, slowly, he became the reason I started looking forward to work. Coffee breaks turned into long conversations, and late-night calls became a routine. He'd always say, "You're different, Sarah. You're not like anyone I've ever met." I believed him. I believed every word that came out of his mouth. Our bond grew stronger each passing day. I shared everything with him. My fears, my dreams, even my insecurities. He'd listen, hold my hand, and promise that no matter what, he'd always stand by me. I thought love was supposed to be like that, gentle, pure, and unconditional. But maybe I was naive. Maybe I trusted too much. Things started to change after our one-year anniversary. He began canceling plans, showing up late, and acting distant. When I'd ask, he'd smile and say, "It's just work stress. Sarah, don't over..." But I could feel it, that invisible wall slowly rising between us. I tried to convince myself it was just a phase, but deep down, something inside me knew the truth. Then came that night, the night everything shattered. I was working late when I decided to surprise him with dinner. His apartment lights were on, and his car was parked outside. I smiled, thinking how happy he'd be to see me. But when I opened the door, I froze. There it was, with another woman, laughing, holding her hand, the same way he used to hold mine. My heart stopped. The world around me blurred. For a moment, I couldn't even breathe. He looked at me, shocked, speechless, and that's when I realized. The man I loved wasn't real. He was a lie wrapped in beautiful words. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just stood there, numb, staring at the stranger I once thought was my forever. I quietly turned around and walked away. That night, I didn't sleep. I kept replaying every memory. Every I love you, every promise, every smile. It all felt like a cruel joke. I wanted to hate him, but I couldn't. Not yet. I was too broken. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Everyone around me thought I was fine. I smiled, I worked, I pretended, but inside, I was burning. And then, one morning, as I looked at myself in the mirror, I realized something. He didn't just betray me. He tried to destroy the part of me that believed in love. That was the day I decided to take my power back. I didn't want revenge in the cruel sense. I didn't want to ruin his life. I wanted him to feel what I felt, the sting of being replaced, the pain of being underestimated, the shock of losing something he thought he'd never lose. So I started my silent plan. At work, I stayed calm, focused and collected. Iaboy me, maybe out of guilt, maybe out of shame. But I could see his eyes follow me in every meeting. I could see the confusion. How could the woman he betrayed look so strong? I started leading projects, getting recognized by the CEO, and slowly building a name for myself. Every achievement became a quiet reminder to him that I didn't need him anymore. One afternoon, he came to my desk. He looked tired, regretful. "Sarah," he said softly, "can we talk?" I looked up, smiled, and said, "Of course." We walked to the rooftop, where we used to eat lunch together. He started talking about how sorry he was, how he made a mistake, how he missed what we had. His words sounded hollow. I didn't cry this time. I just listened. And when he finished, Primera said calmly, "You thought I'd forgive you just because you said sorry. But forgiveness isn't something you ask for when the damage is done. It's something you earn." He stood there, silent. Primera awaited away, my heels echoing against the floor. My heart steady for the first time in months. I didn't look back. After that day, he started losing focus. His projects failed. His confidence faded. I didn't celebrate his downfall. I didn't need to. My success was my revenge. My peace was his punishment. Months later, I was invited to a corporate event. As I stood on the stage receiving an award for Employee of the Year, I saw him in the crowd. His eyes met mine, and for a moment, the entire world stood still. There was no anger left in me, just calm. He looked lost, like someone who finally realized what he'd thrown away. When the ceremony ended, he walked up to me. "You've changed," he said quietly. I smiled. "No," I replied. "I just remembered who I was before you tried to make me forget." He didn't know what to say. He just nodded and walked away, his shoulders heavy with regret. I watched him disappear into the crowd, and for the first time in a long time, I felt free. People say revenge means destroying the other person, but I learned something deeper sometimes. The best revenge is to rise so high that the people who tried to break you can't reach you anymore. I didn't forgive him. I didn't need to, because forgiveness wasn't for him, it was for me. I let go of the pain, the anger, and the memories that once haunted me. Now, when I think of Ayan, I don't feel hatred. I feel gratitude, because without his betrayal, I would have never discovered my own strength. He thought I'd forgive him. He thought I'd beg for love again. But I didn't, because I had the last word.